Shame on you, BMW. The low oil warning light didn't came on, and the bearings are in this situation now. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm on the side of the road with my BMW X1 with the hood open. I was on my way to work when the engine started to misfire, to rattle, and I continued to drive until, I found this lay-by, but it was very loud, when I arrived here. So I think the engine is gone this time for real. I fixed this car twice. I attempted to fix it, but I think this time it is beyond repair. I mean, the engine. We will investigate it. I'm waiting for the recovery guy. So yeah, it's not a happy day for me. I had to call my company to cancel my shift. Yeah, what can I do? So I thought I'm gonna do a video, not just good moments, needs to be recorded. I want to show you guys my failure as well, because that's how it is. You win like a man, you lose like a man. From mistakes we learn. The moment I'm waiting for the recovery guy to show up, to take me back to my small garage, and then we will go from there. Well, I definitely didn't see this coming. When I left home this morning, this was the last image in my head, to see my car on a flatbed. Let's find out together. So that's the oil filter. Check this out, guys. Check this out, guys. Can you see that? It's full of metal particles. So as you can see, the car is back in the garage. It doesn't look promising. The oil filter is full of metal particles, which means one thing, something is going on the bottom end. Now I'm praying and hoping that the conrod bearings are gone, not the main ones. We'll find out. I promise you it's gonna be an interesting video, but I have to remove the engine. I'm gonna do it quickly, set the camera on time lapse, and hopefully in 1 minute, 2 minutes, this engine is out, and then I'm gonna start recording it the proper way. We will investigate, we will check the bottom end, undo every single cap bearing, and we will see what's caused it, whose fault it is, and how can I avoid similar things to happen in the future. Let's quickly remove the engine and go from there. And just like that, the engine is removed, oil pan removed, as you can see in the background. Moment of truth, I'm gonna remove the oil pump, and one by one, I will start removing the caps. I will start with the conrod and then the main bearing caps. Let's see what happened, how serious is the damage, and if the engine is repairable. Let's quickly remove the oil pump, and it's showtime. And now, one by one, I'm gonna remove the caps and investigate the damage. Okay, here we go. Straight away, span bearing. Conrod number one, it is spun. Check this out, guys. So Conrod one, oh wow, destroyed. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna remove number four. Same thing, span bearing. This one is welded together. Wow. Check this out, guys. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's rotate the engine and try the... yeah. Okay. Same thing, but not as bad. This one is still half spun, but the upper one is, yeah, still has the small pins. So number three so far, the best. Now, ladies and gentlemen, number two. And yeah, this one as well. All four conrod bearings, you know, are spun. So pretty much our crankshaft is toast. Now I will remove the main caps and let's see what's going on there. Okay, it's not spun, so the crankshaft is not damaged on the main cap. It's a worn out bearing, but it's not spun. So I'm removing the bearings one by one, the caps, and thank God we don't have a spun bearing on the main caps, which is good. From this perspective, the block could be saved, but we will decide later if it's worth it or not. All five caps have worn out bearings, but none of them has spun. So finally I managed to remove all the caps, main bearings and the conrod bearings. As you can see behind me on the table, everything is there. Let me quickly walk you through what happened here, what caused it, and what can we learn from this situation. These are the main bearings. It didn't spun, but the bearings are in a very bad condition. And have a look. Water damage, rust spots. Check that out, guys. Everywhere. Rust. You can see traces. This is the engine block. Check that out, the amount of rust everywhere. Look, in that corner, the oil jet nozzles are rusted. Unfortunately, I cannot get my camera to focus, but that cylinder, the bore is fully rusted. So this engine unfortunately is toast. Look, have a look guys. Rust again. Yep, over there. Check that out, the amount of rust. So unfortunately, this is the end. This engine is ruined. So if you are new to the channel or you don't know the history of this car was stolen, recovered, and flooded. So that's how I got it. I managed to start the car, but it was misfiring. Then I disassembled the engine, removed the cylinder head, and conrod number 2 was crushed, not by much, but it was enough to cause the car low compression and misfiring. So I replaced the conrod. The piston was in good condition. I reused it, and the car was running. I used the car for like 3-4 weeks when this happened. Now, first thought was I've made a mistake when I replaced conrod number 2, but it wasn't the case, guys. The problem is the water damage, and this is a good lesson for all of you. Don't buy water flooded cars. There are good cases when you can just, drain the water from the intercooler and the car would start right up and you can use it, but it's dangerous. Engine block inside is full with rust. So that was my big mistake, not realizing this when I took the engine apart. I should have stopped there and not continue with this engine. So this car took in quite a good amount of water. If you want to go back and watch the X1 video, you will see the amount of water, the condition of the engine oil I drained, and unfortunately the water was inside the engine for too long and caused all this damage. When I fixed it, it didn't took too much time to ruin the whole thing. The clearances, I think, in the bearings, because the corrosion and the rust and everything was just gone, and I lost oil pressure, and it's a chain thing. This happened. Okay, and what's next? What do we do? Well, I could attempt to fix this engine again. Since the main bearings are not spun, the block is good, at least from that perspective. I could put a new aftermarket crankshaft with new bearings, new conrods, new used conrods, spend a lot of money and time and hope for the best. But I am pretty sure that in like a few thousand kilometers or miles, this engine is back to this scenario, because the water and that whole thing, the rust and the corrosion, damaged the internals. So I'm not gonna do that. What I did, I bought a donor car. The engine is already there, new timing chain, and it's almost ready to go back. I have to put the wiring harness, injectors, and then this car is done. Why a donor car and not just buying an engine? Because I don't trust that 85,000 claim miles that every single engine has from eBay. Maybe it's true, but yeah, I'm a bit skeptical. So what I did, I bought a car. It took me a while to find one. This way I could hear the engine running. I could do a test drive. I checked all the vitals that I'm interested in, oil filter to be clean from particles. Timing chain doesn't matter because yeah, I'm putting a new chain anyway since I'm there. And yeah, this way this car in like probably 8-9 hours leave the garage and it will be fully fixed this time for sure, and happy days. So what is the lesson from all this stuff? Well, first of all, don't buy flooded cars. It's very dangerous. I'm not saying every case is like this, but why chance it? If you have a spare engine and the price is good, go for it. Probably I will do the same. But yeah, I'm not gonna trust water damaged engines. The second lesson, and shame on you BMW, the low oil warning light didn't came on, and the bearings are in this situation. Now imagine, guys, the whole engine is destroyed and there was no engine light, but who cares about the engine light, but the low oil pressure. I don't know what is the value set by BMW, but it must be 0.5, 0.6 bars or probably less, because it didn't trigger the low oil pressure light. And again, shame on you, BMW. No warnings. So the car started up that morning when I started that journey. This was my commute car and everything was fine. Started right up, first traffic light, second, third, no problems. All of a sudden, a little bit of power loss, and by the time I managed to find the lay-by and stop, this stuff happened. Again, no warning light, no low oil pressure light, and that is sad. So yeah, I am a bit sad because I lost quite a lot of money and time is precious with this engine to fix it, to diagnose it, and now it's all garbage. I don't have many things to save because the block is ruined, the oil cooler is filled with particles, cylinder head maybe, but that's not a valuable thing. So this engine, will go to the scrapyard and on the losses and start new. So what can I say? I'm happy that I found a solution. At least I know what's what. It wasn't my fault, as I said, by replacing the conrod, but it was my fault because I was too, it should be all right. I saw the signs and I was too greedy to put it back together and just, make it run. But no, you always have to pay attention to details, and then that's a successful rebuild. So that is my fault, 50-50. So now what I'm gonna do, start working on the donor engine, put the wiring harness from that engine to this one, put it back, connect it, and start it up. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I could help out someone with this information. If you have any questions, feel free. I'm happy to answer, to learn, to progress as a mechanic. And yeah, see you at the next one. Take care and God bless you all.